Hi, everyone. I'm Miss Samantha, and we're so excited to talk to you today about summer reading. Join the librarians as we travel through time with Darien Time Machine 3000. We wanted to travel to some amazing moments in history, like when pirates sailed the seven seas or when a vendor at St. Louis's World Fair invented the ice cream cone. But your librarians have gotten into some time machine trouble. We've gotten stuck in different time periods, and we're going to need your help to get us back to 2020. Hop into our time traveling taxi starting on July 1st. Anyone who signs up for the program will receive a coupon for a free book. You can participate in summer reading at home with our paper timeline or our digital version. We will have weekly prize raffles leading up to our summer reading finale party on Saturday, August 15th, when we will announce the winner of the grand prize raffle. Last year's winner picked a sleepover at the Museum of Natural History. What adventure will this year's winner choose? Anyone who completes their Darien Time Machine 3000 challenge will be entered in the grand prize raffle. If you like solving brain teasers and puzzles, you may want to participate in our bonus challenge. Each week, we will release a mystery for you to figure out the location of one of our lost librarians. Anyone who completes all 6 of these bonus challenges will be entered in the grand prize raffle for a second time. Since we can't be in your classrooms today, we still wanted to offer a few reading suggestions for this upcoming summer. The whole list will be available to you from your school. We can't wait to go on this time traveling adventure with you. For now, let's get started with some of our favorite books.
Hi, friends. I'm Miss Catherine. First book I'm going to tell you about is Aster and the Accidental Magic by Tom Pico. Let's imagine for a moment. Picture yourself in a new home in the middle of nowhere. You miss your life in the city and could not be less interested in exploring your wild new surroundings. With a sigh, you head off into the woods for some reluctant adventuring. To your surprise, in the middle of a clearing, you discover a creature named the Trickster Rapscallion. Surprising you further, this mysterious being offers you a deal. Now, hold on just a minute. Does Trickster Rapscallion sound like someone you should be making deals with? No, siree. Step away. Back slowly out of the clearing, and maybe no one will get hurt. I'm here to tell you that all of this and more happens to Aster in Aster and the Accidental Magic. However, Aster wasn't clever like us. No, for some reason, she decides that making a deal with Trickster Rapscallion is a good idea. I mean, I guess it beats wandering around in the woods super bored. Obviously, hijinks ensue, and Aster gets involved in way more magic than she ever could have expected. If you're a fan of Hilda or Mighty Jack, you'll love Aster and the Accidental Magic. The second book is The Incredibly Dead Pets of Rex Dexter by Aaron Reynolds. Rex Dexter was born to have a dog. I mean, his name is Rex, for crying out loud. Any dog will do, though he's got his sights set on the best of the best, a chocolate lab. So when his birthday rolls around and his parents surprise him with a box full of holes, Rex is sure this is the year. Only the thing inside the box making adorable scratching noises isn't a chocolate lab or even a chihuahua. It's a chicken. Pet poultry? How clucky. Exactly 1 hour and 14 minutes later, the chicken is dead, flattened by a steamroller. Rex has been cursed, and wild animals have started haunting his room. You see, they need someone's help to solve the mystery of their untimely departures from the local zoo. And well, Rex just so happens to speak dead pet. This lightly spooky whodunit is sure to make you laugh until you pee. Check it out if you're a fan of Wimpy Kid or Goosebumps.
Hey everyone, Miss Anna here, and I'm gonna tell you about 2 spooky books. The first is The Big Book of Monsters by Hale Johnson. If you look in the classics section of any library, there are monsters who are lying in wait between those dark pages, ready to send a thrill or chill down your spine. You may have heard of some of them, like Count Dracula with his sharp fangs and his creepy desire to suck your blood. Or perhaps you know of the Headless Horseman, who roams the streets of Sleepy Hollow, hunting for revenge. Whether you're fascinated or frightened by these creatures who show up in our scariest dreams, There is sometimes more than meets the eye in these monstrous beasts. Discover the spooky history that inspired these creatures when you open up the Big Book of Monsters, the creepiest creatures from classic literature. Uncover fun facts, full color illustrations, and fear factor ratings as you read about 25 of the creepiest creatures of literature. Decide who holds the title of the creepiest creature after you explore the monsters in this non-fiction of creatures that go bump and scream in the night, if you dare. The Ghost in Apartment 2R by Dennis Markle. Danny is bummed that his older brother has left their home in Brooklyn for the start of college, but is stoked to know that he finally gets his brother's room. No more tiny room for him, but turns out his parents have other plans for his brother's room when they decide to use it as an air hotel rental instead of giving it to Danny. But wait, things get worse. Ever since his brother left, he keeps seeing shadowy faces in the room's window, lights in the middle of the night, whispers in his ear as he sleeps, and other strange things that he can't explain. With the help of his friends Nat and Gus, Danny interviews everyone in his Brooklyn neighborhood to find out all about spirits. Is it an Arabian ghoul? A Korean Grecian? A Polish haunting? Maybe the answer lies with Danny's own grandmother, Bubby Ruth, and her tales of a Jewish mythological ghost. But if this is true, what does the ghost want? And how can Danny put the spirit to rest? This story has it all. It has friendship, humor, mystery, and of course, horror. If you loved the books Under the Egg, Took, or The Book Scavenger, then you will gobble up The Ghost in Apartment 2R.
Hi guys, Miss Kate here. Our first book that I have coming up is Astronauts, Women on the Final Frontier by Jim Ottaviani. Okay, so pop quiz time. Who was the first man on the moon? You probably know this one, Neil Armstrong. What was the name of the space flight he was on? A little trickier, Apollo 11. What country put the first woman into space? I'll give you a hint, it wasn't the US. And what was her name? I bet you don't know. The US might have been the first to the moon, but we certainly weren't the first to put women in space. In fact, it took us years to catch up. Years of women fighting to prove their place was in space. Once they did, though, NASA's first female astronauts, part of what was called the Landmark Group 8, were crushing it. But pretty quickly, they discovered NASA had plenty to learn about how to make space travel possible for everyone. So if you're a history buff with a secret passion for graphic novels, Astronauts, Women on the Final Frontier is the perfect summer read for you. So next up, we have The Eye of Zeus by Elaine Adams. Phoebe Katz has been in New York City's foster system practically since birth. Bad things happen around her, but they're definitely not her fault. Or are they? After another accident at school leads Phoebe to discover she's actually Zeus's daughter, sent away because of a dark prophecy, Phoebe and her two best friends must travel to ancient Greece to rescue Phoebe's social worker and, hopefully, save Olympus. Will the three friends be victorious in their quest, or will the prophecy about Phoebe come true? Find out in this first Legends of Olympus title, The Eye of Zeus, perfect for fans of Rick Riordan and Shannon Hale, as well as fans of the Land of Stories. So you're probably thinking, that's not very many book suggestions. And of course, you're right, but don't worry. While our lists are a bit shorter than usual this year, we've only highlighted some of the titles we're suggesting for the summer here. You can find the whole list by visiting darienlibrary.org/summer reading, or just checking in with your teacher. You can read all of the titles on this year's list digitally. Just ask a grown-up for help downloading. But if you'd rather hold a real book, we have a couple options for you. One, the library will have a limited number of physical books that you can request for curbside pickup beginning June 15th. Or two, you can contact Barrett Books to buy your own copies of any title on our lists. And if you live in Darien or Rowayton, Barrett will even deliver the books to you. Not sure where to start? Check out our summer reading book matchmaker, now up on the summer reading page at darienlibrary.org/summerreading for a reading suggestion just for you. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and hopefully we'll see you real soon.